All right, Taurus, here we go. Second stop on my 12 sign zodiac fly through. My 12 pieces of the soulmate cycle. Let's cut the deck. Let's just see what your theme energy is. Let's just do it. Okay? Let's stop talking about it and let's just get it done. I don't know why we're just yammering on about cutting the deck when we could just cut the deck and fucking do it. Right? So let's do it. Let's just talk about what card is at the bottom. Again, I don't say anything or joke about anything that's not in these readings. All right, I'm sure I had a couple of people yelling at the screen. Yeah, okay. Just tell us what the fucking card is. Just tell us what the fuck. Well, this is why I was like that. That's the energy. I have to swim in this shit to pull these readings. And sometimes it's shit. This isn't bad. It's just a Knight of Swords, but he's not getting to the point. Somebody's not getting to the fucking point. All right? Somebody wants you to notice something. And they're hinting around at it. I got an emperor underneath it. Look, just look at the imagery. How did Steve know that? How did he know? I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? I have a YouTube channel. It comes with magic. I don't know. But look, he's trying to get, this guy is trying to get these two out here to notice him. Look at me. Look at all my stuff. Look, I got a chalice. I bet you don't have a chalice. Come look at my chalice, right? It's a 1974 Pinto chalice. It's really nice. He's trying to get their attention. They don't care. They're doing other things. They're busy with other stuff. Somebody's going to try to get your attention this month, but they're doing it with something you don't care about. Okay? You don't care about chalices, do you? I mean, I'm using this as an example. I'm assuming most of you watching aren't chalice collectors. Okay? So, it's what it is. All right? It's like, I like guitars. It's like trying to get my attention with a banjo. I mean, okay, great. Terrific. You know, I don't know anything about them, so it doesn't mean anything to me, right? It is what it is. Somebody's trying to get your attention in the wrong way. So let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking time lord, okay? We'll just take it out. It fell out. Time to stop. So you already got one card out, and you got a King of Wands right there. This stretches probably from about right now, which is February 22nd-ish. You know, I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me. It's February 20-something, right? Right up through probably about the beginning of Taurus season. So middle of April or so, okay? I'm not a time lord, so. I was going to say, while I was shuffling for a minute, if you were, a lot of times in the Taurus connection, in the slice number 2 of the 12 slice pie, I get that you were married to this person or that you were with them and then they left you for greener pastures or something like that. This energy of them trying to get your attention with chalices and shit you don't care about might make you understand why you didn't lose much. It might help you to understand that there's a lot of things coming to light here in March for you. You don't, it's sort of, you might say to yourself about this person, they don't know me at all, right? They don't know me at all. I mean, geez, I thought we had something, that kind of a thing, all right? Trying to get your attention with chalices. I mean, come on, honestly. All right, here we go. All right. I don't know. I mean, give me a pre-CBS Stratocaster. Don't give me a fucking banjo. I don't know anything about banjo. I don't care if it was built in the 1940s. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know anything about it. But you start talking about pre-CBS Stratocasters, and you got my attention. I'm like, okay, yeah, I hear you. All right, here we go. See? We care about the things we care about. The things that we care about have value to us. If we don't really care about it or know about it that much, they don't have value. A lot of you don't know anything about guitars. You don't know what I'm talking about, pre-CBS Stratocaster. What the fuck is he talking about? Right? It's when CBS took over the Fender Guitar Company and ruined Stratocasters. This is basically what happened. Anyway, that being said, see, when you care about something, you go off on it. You get intense about it. This person here, again, this is how they feel about you. This is how they see you. This is the potential final outcome for you. Okay? I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. Let me pull their feelings for you here. There's a lot. 3 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Are you picking up a theme? Do you understand what I'm saying here? Cups, right? Cups. And in the action position, Pentacles, right? Look at this. You're into cups. Somebody's trying to get your attention with Pentacles. Their feelings for you, they don't get you emotionally. This person's love language and your love language are different. Your love language involves a cup. Their love language involves a pentacle. You're all about the cups. They don't get that. I think you're getting this message so you understand that. And you compensate for it. You allow for that. Allow for the fact that this person lacks empathy. They can't put themselves in someone else's shoes. They can't separate themselves from themselves to feel what someone else might feel. They lack empathy. I care about it, so everybody must. That kind of a thing. Okay? All right. I'm just saying. Anyway, right here. So what do they think about you? King of Cups. Four of Pentacles. It's fear. They're again, I've got Cups and Pentacles. Cups and Pentacles. I've got different love languages. They're afraid of you. You're the King of Cups. The closest, it's almost like, what is it? It's like that. It's like when your grandfather or someone, in that age range is trying to be cool. They're trying to talk to you. You're a teenager and your 80-year-old grandpa is trying to be cool, right? And they're talking about groups and bands and things like that you don't even care about. It's like it's 2026 and they're talking about the Bee Gees like they're new, kind of a thing. How about those Bee Gees staying alive? You're like, what the fuck what is going on here, right? It's kind of adorable on some level, but it's also creepy and weird, it's just a little bit of that. Saturday Night Fever, grandpa. This person here thinks because they saw something that you did or that you said, and they think that the pentacles will be okay. So they're afraid of what to get you, but they're going to try and figure something out or get your attention with something. That's like they saw a picture of you and you were on the rocks. You're the King of Cups, but there's earth here, and pentacles are earth. So maybe you'd like something like that. When in reality, you were just, it has nothing to do with you, right? You were just standing next to a BG record while you were looking for something else, that kind of a thing. Again, this person's afraid. They're grabbing at straws to try and connect with you, trying to find something. I would laugh. Rather than put down Grandpa for saying, Grandpa, the Bee Gees haven't been a thing for a long time. Could we, rather than that, just go along with it, okay? I'm going to advise you here. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. Go along to get along. Okay? That's what I'm going to advise you here. You do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But don't call them on it. This is, you're tough for them. You got all this emotion and they don't know how to bring you a proper gift, flowers or something cup related. They don't know how to do that. All they know is pentacles. All right, so it's not even trying to impress you. It's just they're trying to get your attention with something you don't care about, like that emperor I showed you. This is a very ego-based person who has some issues they need to work out from the past. I get that a lot here, and I think they are. Potential final outcome for you, red with 3 cups, 2 cups. What did I just say? It's 2 soulmates coming together, right? Just have some compassion. Have some heart. This is the flow of water. It's emotion, right? You're going to have to be the ocean of emotion for both of them, for both of you. It's okay. It's fine, all right? You don't need to tell Grandpa that the fucking Bee Gees are shit. You just need to, okay, cool. I told the story once a long time ago about my grandfather who took me, I was in rock bands when I was a teenager. And he did it kind of insultingly. But he took me to go see a big band that was playing at the mall. Like from the 40s, the big band era, that kind of a thing. His music when he was a kid, right? And he took me to see it. And he came from a good place. He wanted me to listen to it. I didn't really care for the way he did it. The way he did it was to disparage what I was into and say, see, this is real music. That kind of a thing. This person's not really doing that. There's nothing insulting here for you. And even then I went along, I understood, I had some empathy, and I understood, that what he was doing was coming from a good place. I get it. He's not going to understand Van Halen and Led Zeppelin. So, okay, we're good with that. I got it. This person's not going to understand these cups ever, fully as much as you do. As much as you do. You can make them understand a little, right? All right. Anyway, it's like my wife. She doesn't give a fuck about guitars, right? But just through osmosis of being with me, she knows quite a bit about them. Strangely, she's picked up quite a bit. She doesn't care, but she's picked up quite a bit. You know, this person will pick up quite a bit about cups from you. You know, but they're never going to be as knowledgeable as you about them or care as much. You know? It's always going to be this. So just acknowledge that. All right. Let's clarify. Let's clarify. We only need a couple here. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Let's dig into their feelings. So how do they actually feel? They don't know how to express it, but how do they actually feel? Let's find out. I actually enjoyed going to the big band with him. I thought it was great. I just didn't appreciate him saying, see, this is real music. You know, it's like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to go home and burn my Van Halen records because you took me to see the big band. I liked it. I thought it was good. And I got into some of it. You know, even after that, it was nice. I just didn't care for the attitude of, you know, maybe could have been a little more respectful to the fact that there's other things, I suppose, you know. Anyway, this person, again, along the same lines without the disrespect. I don't think they're going to disrespect you. I just think they're in fact, if anything, this shows that they're really trying. I saw you standing next to a rock, so here's some rocks. I thought you might like them. I mean, really, you were just standing next to it. You weren't, you know, you're supposed to be in the water. You just, you know, kind of a thing. Okay. Ace of Wands crossing the Three of Cups. They have a lot of passion for you. There's love and passion. The passion comes and goes, oddly. Interesting. Why? What's so tough? The Seven of Wands. Because they don't understand it, they get defensive to it and shut it down. Right? It makes them feel weak. This is what most people like. Most people like this, the King of Wands, the Burger King, don't like emotions too much, falling in love because they think it makes them weak. They think being vulnerable makes them weak. So they shut it down the minute they feel it. Yours are harder to shut down, the feelings they have for you, but they do shut them down. What else? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they distract themselves and shut it down. And again, they try to get back to Pentacles as fast as they can. It's a little too hot for them. The feelings they have for you are a little too hot for them. They try to, and the way they read love is through Pentacles, so they try to relate it to Pentacles. It's almost impossible to. It's impossible. Your connection is scorched earth. All right? They're looking for any patch of earth that isn't scorched, and it's, you know, it's tough to find. It's very hot. They have a lot of hot feelings for you. They just don't know how to process them. So it might make them a little pissy sometimes. It might make them a little angry. It might make them want to leave you for greener pastures, or it might have made them want to do that in the past. These types of energies can make people cheat, right? They feel a lot of passion. It might sound counterintuitive, but they have a lot of passion for you. It makes them feel weak and defensive, so they go and fuck somebody that they don't have passion for, right? It's a bit of that. I mean, that's basically what it is. That's basically how it plays out. And really, all you have to understand is their love language. There's not much you can do about it. Their feelings come up, and I mean, the only thing you could do in that situation is become more pentacle, but I don't encourage people to lower their vibration or change who they are in relationships. Independence is important. You either can be together or you can't. You know, one or the other. Let's pull on the Two of Cups. All right, let's go. It's what it is. It's a pretty cut and dry reading, you know. Why is the Two of Cups here? So I see two soulmates coming together, provided you understand the points I'm trying to make. Right? Did I split up with my grandfather after that and never speak to him again? And then because he was... No, of course not. You know, of course not. I adjusted the way I behaved around him. When I was around him going forward, like at holiday meals and stuff like that, I didn't talk about Van Halen. I talked about things that he liked. I studied up a little bit on big bands, and I learned, and I talked about this and that, and talked about Frank Sinatra's early career, you know, the crooning and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, you know, we had something to talk about. It was nice. It worked out fine. Only because I was a clever kid and, you know, worked it around. Most people would, I'm never speaking to him again. You know, he said, put down my stuff and took me to some shit thing at the mall with trumpets and shit, you know. No, I didn't behave like that. I didn't behave like that at all. And you shouldn't behave like that here either. You need to understand. And a lot of the understanding is right here, you know. They're trying. Can I just put it that way? Two of Cups. Why is it here? Two soulmates coming together. Final outcome for my viewers. Six of Swords. Seems to be the message of the month. Came out in another, I think it was this one here in the Aries reading. Came out somewhere in the final outcome. Take it as it comes. Be cool. Everything I've said, it's be cool. You know, flow with it. Go with it. If this is how they are, you understand that this is their love language. Doesn't mean you have to change yours. But they're not going to be able to learn yours as well as you can learn some of theirs. Theirs is a simpler language, right? Yours is very difficult for them, right? Just like with my grandfather, he's never going to figure out Van Halen. He's not, you know, it's never going to, but I could figure out his thing. I could figure out the big band thing. So I did. So you need to play it that way here, right? They're never going to figure out your love language. You're going to have to learn a little bit of theirs. Just be cool. Just flow with it. Go with it. Oh, thank you. Right? Look at your beautiful chalice. I love it. It's terrific. And know that they're not going to compliment you back on anything you've got or what you're doing. Probably. Not as much as you like, anyway. What's on top? Five of Wands. Yeah. I got that. Is it the Beatles or was it? I think it was the Beatles. But try to see it my way, right? Life's too short for fussing and fighting. That kind of energy there. Right? Yeah, that kind of thing. Why is the Five of Wands there? The Four of Cups. And what's the bridge? Judgment. This is a connection from the deep past. And I got to throw hocus pocus on it. We'll talk about these in a minute. I got to throw some hocus pocus on it. When I get judgment, I get God's source, the universe here. With this, there are big connections coming back around in March and this time of the year. This is a redo of something that happened before between you two. It may have been in this lifetime. Fine. If it wasn't, it was in a past life. It's a redo. And the universe is kind of asking you, obviously through me, using me as a conduit again, to get it right this time. And I mean that. And I don't mean, again, I'm going to, click this guy's video off, unsubscribe, bye-bye. No, I'm sure you're terrific, honestly. But you don't know who you were in a past life or whatever. I mean, I don't know. But it's up to whether you got it wrong last time, feel like you did or not. If it was in this lifetime, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's up to you to get it right. And the way to look at it that I'm giving you is the way to get it right. Okay? And it actually, by you doing it this way, proves how much empathy you have. Remember, with my grandfather, I gave you two scenarios. I said I could have either learned about big bands and then we'd have something to talk about, knowing that he would never learn about Van Halen and Led Zeppelin. Or I could have said, I'm never going to talk to him again. How dare he put down what I do? Fuck it. And then we have no relationship going forward from there. Right? I played the empathy. I showed that I was made of cups. Right? That I was the empress, if you will, someone with some empathy. You know, at the end of the day, that's what empathy does. It makes you less maniacal, and that's all you have to do here. There's no need to fight. It's not worth it. All it does to try to show this. How dare you? I'm about cups. You're showing me this. I don't give a fuck about your chalice or whatever it is. You know, using that as an example, right? All you do is end up like that. If somebody comes at me and they're excited about, they want to be my friend and they're excited about banjos and they want to teach me about banjos, I'm happy to listen. Whether they want to listen to me talking about guitars or not, I don't care. I'm happy to listen. I always want to learn something new. It's better to do that than end up like this, end up disappointed, end up with nothing. This is a very powerful connection. I think you want this person in your life on some level. That's all you got to do. That's it. That's all I need to pull for you. There's really nothing else here. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Okay? It is what it is. That's it. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions, but that's your reading.